have the mind of a perfectionist and a spirit that doesn't fit the mold. I pretend that I'm a contortionist to explain away the broken bones. But there's only so much bending and breaking I can do before it starts to show that the version of me that you all know and love is the one that's furthest away from my soul. People-pleasing and perfectionism go hand in hand, I think, because I tried to be perfect in order to please, and so by the time I had blinked, the things I loved most about myself were buried underneath layers of acceptable, palatable, nice girl fluff with a dash of my thoughts and prayers. Somehow I managed to squeeze my big self into a neat little box, careful not to venture out too far away from the dock, remembering not to rock the boat, stay small, and cause no ripples, mindful even in the tiny box that I made nobody around me feel little. So what would happen if I wasn't perfect? Oh, the world would end for sure. I would cease to exist, and everything I'd done and built would surely be no more, right? Well, I mean, for all my trying, I have been far from perfect, and yet here I am, still breathing. I've made millions, if not trillions, of mistakes, and yet somehow my heart's still beating. Interesting. So you're saying I could have been living life my own way and I wouldn't die? That the times I was being authentic by mistake, I could have just done it on purpose the whole time? It makes me wonder whose judgmental voice has been forming all of my thoughts. Because when I really tune in and listen, the voice that I hear is not. She says, it's safe to come out and play. She tells me to run and climb and take leaps of faith. She guides me to where only love paves the way, away from where fear asks, what will they say? Leading me to rivers and over moss-covered logs, my voice screams from mud and skinned knees. She whispers, not in secrecy, but in childlike mischief, and sings loudly on and off key. My real voice clearly says to me that it was never in the plan to live perfectly. She reminds me that whichever way I flow, and if I leave myself a little room to grow, as long as I'm living authentically, then I'm living a life that's perfect for me.